Today we're going to talk about Strava. Okay, Strava, if you're unaware, is a website you can upload your activities to. Okay, it records your activities, and it could be walking, it could be hiking, it could be running, it could be swimming, it could be cycling. So it's uploaded into the application and it shows a map and it shows where you've been. It records the speed of the walk, of the hike. Okay, if you're into cycling, into running, you can record the details and you can compete with somebody else. So it takes a section of road, okay, from A to B, call it a mile. Okay, it records your speed, GPS speed from A to B, and then it all goes up into what they call a leaderboard. Okay, so the fastest ever, say there were 4,000 on that particular segment, the fastest ever gets a crown. Okay, and here's number one, and then you get number two, number three, so forth. Okay, so up to a month or so ago, a month or two ago, it was free. Okay, they didn't charge. I guess advertisers would advertise on the site and they would make money that way, or they would make it keep it running in that way. Okay, but now they charge a subscription. So they've taken away a couple of features and they've added some features as well. Okay, I'll look at those in a moment for you. I'll talk them through. Okay, so what you've got to decide, if you go on the website, it's fine. You can go on as a free user and you can still record your activities. You can see where you've been. Okay, one of the main things that they charge for now, and they charge a subscription, is something called a leaderboard. This seems to be one of the main things people are worried about. So if you record on your data that you're in 50th place on that particular segment, you won't be able to see that. You'll be able to see the top 10. So if you come within the top 10, it might be worth you being a free user, if that's all you're using it for, and then you can see yourself in 10th place. You know what you've got to do to get up further up the ladder. If you're 11th, they won't show that detail. You might look at it and say, right, I'm 1 mile an hour behind number 10, so that's, you can see number 10 on the leaderboard, and you might be able to work out roughly your top 20 or something like that. Okay, so the subscription charge presently is English pounds of £47 per year. At the moment they're doing a promotion, so you get 2 months free, so you can decide within those 2 months whether you want to pay that £47, because they take it out after the 2 months, so you get a bit of a trial first, and then after that you can cancel your subscription anyway, so you can cancel it anyway. I haven't looked into the details of how much you'd get back, etc. So if I talk you through the features that you get for your subscription, you can decide whether it's worthwhile being a free user. Okay, so right, first of all, so your segment results, so results showing on your segment, you won't be able to compare or filter or analyze segment efforts. So I've never really used this this detail at all. So for me personally, I was paying a subscription. I went through the 2 months and I thought, what am I paying for? And I'll never look at that sort of thing. You get a filtered leaderboard. So a filtered leaderboard, so you're allowed to, you can look at your age, your weight, and you get a leaderboard comparing your age groups. So you might be 20th on the age group, you might be 100th overall. So you can look and say, well, I'm competing with people of my own age group, I'll look at that. You won't get that with a free subscription. That's something, again, I don't normally use. I tend, normally, cycling and running get within the top 10 locally anyway, so I can see that. And again, I can make an estimate. If I come 20th, I can make an estimate roughly and say this runner is putting in pace of 4.5 minute miling and he's number 10. So if I'm doing 5 minute miling on a particular segment, then Could be a miracle actually, 5-minute miling nowadays. But anyway, then I can compare. I'm probably 10, 20 behind him or something like that. Okay, you also get a training log. I've never used a training log anyway. There's a detailed training log, and it will show and log everything you put up on Strava, and it really will go back for years, and it will compare efforts, etc., and also log information. One of the things that you get. Match activities. So you can look at another person within Strava, one of your friends, etc., and say, my activities. So this week I've done, say, 70 miles. My friend has done 50 miles. So you see a comparison of what they've done each day as well, mileage wise. So you can compare things. Max activity is something that I don't use anyway. Race analyst, so breaks down pace, function and splits. I do use that, but I can also look on the device and see splits as well, so I can see my splits straight from the device anyway. Okay, pace analyst, visualization of pace zones and lap data of your workouts. Again, I can view that on my my device, my Brighton device, and I can look at that, my Garmin device, my Garmin watch. I can look at those details. Custom heart rate zones, don't tend to use. I use a heart rate monitor, so I can view that on where I've downloaded it to anyway. On my other app, I can see that again. I can see it on the device. I think it will still show your heart rate overall within your activity. I'm not totally sure about that one, but that's quite useful when you upload it. But again, you can see that on the device. Okay, your workout analysts. So visualize your pace zones and lap data for all your workout. Again, you can get that off the device. I've not really used these, so I don't know fully what's involved in them. Your fitness and freshness. So you can track levels of fitness and freshness and fatigue over time. Not something I've used again. Okay, so you get certain perks, deals from brands and retailers, etc., that advertise on there. I can get that anyway from websites. It's normally something like you get 25% off your first order. So a particular brand will put something up to say, please join this challenge if you do, say, 500 miles within 2 months. You will then you'll have a little trophy, and it will put on a badge on your website, on your web page, and then after that they release a voucher to you, so 25% off your first order, etc., 10%, something like that. Not something I use on there. You can compare your details with somebody else, so you can take a segment you're looking at, so A to B, say 1 mile, and your friend does the same segment, and you can compare your speeds, etc. So say he's slightly faster than you, so he's done it, say, 5 seconds quicker than you. You can analyse throughout that segment and compare and run along, and you'll be able to see how far he was in front of you, halfway, etc. Again, not something I've really used. It's useful sometimes if you want to improve your performance, etc. So you've got to decide really whether it's worth it or not. So I find I've got my leaderboards, the top 10. I can see the top 10 on the leaderboards. I can get my performance. I can put my mapping data up. Will show where I've been. It shows all my activities on the system. I can still receive messages. I can get kudos from friends where they stick thumbs up. So I really don't fully know what I'd be paying for extra. I wouldn't use anything else on there. Can't see anything else on there that I can't really see anything else on there worth paying the continuing to pay the subscription for. But again, it's up to you to decide. some people use all this data and they do analyse their own data, so it would be worth for £47 per year paying the subscription. If you yourself have got any information that I've missed out, and anything that you find that that it does include the free subscription, if it does include something that I've said it doesn't include, then put it in the comments and let people know. Okay, so it's up to you to choose. It is a great tool for recording things. Some people don't always want to record, so you can set your device to manually record, so you can upload things manually, so you decide what goes on there. If you have it on automatic, it will put absolutely everything up there on your device, so if you walk around the block and put your watch on to see how far you walked with a dog or something, it will go on Strava and show that. But up to you. Okay, nothing's what do they say, nothing, there isn't such a thing as a free lunch. So they've got they're a business, so they've got to carry on running, so you decide. Thank you for watching.